course, you know, the only reason I'm doing this is because of Helen. So, you know, it's, you guys are just the sideshow.
Thanks. Well, how about if we start that sideshow?
Okay.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Rotary Club of St. Albert morning meeting number 1493 on February 25th. I'm your host president, Mark Dixon, and I would like to recognize executive members present, board members present, fellow Rotarians, and many guests to our meeting this morning. Let's start by standing for the singing of O Canada.
In all its command, the glory we see thee bright, do not stop and free. O Canada, we stand up. Oh, keep love, glorious and free. O Canada, we stand by thee. Can we stand by thee?
Lovely. Thank you very, very much. And our land acknowledgement, we respectfully acknowledge that we are on Treaty 6 territory, traditional lands of First Nations and Métis peoples. As treaty people, Indigenous and non-Indigenous, we share the responsibility for stewardship of this beautiful land. Inspirational moment. Mr. Carter, if you would, please.
That's me.
That is you.
That's me. All right. Well, Sunday afternoon, there's a small football game. It's called the Super Bowl, if you don't know, that's being played. Cool little backstory this year. 43-year-old Tom Brady leads a dead-in-the-water franchise, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, all the way to the big dance in his first year. There's a backstory to this. For the previous 20 years, he plays in New England, leads them to 6 Super Bowls, which is absurd. And even with all that success, the higher ups, his bosses, decided that he's too old, too slow, and they want to move on. So 43 years old, most people are walking away, calling it quits, and moving on with their life, but not this guy. And the message that I'm trying to relay through this backstory is that if you have a product or a service or a skill set that you can offer, you're passionate about what you do each and every day, and most importantly, you're willing to work hard each and every day to help those around you. Every day, every time, bet on yourself, bet on yourself, bet on yourself, no matter what anybody has to say. So Tom Brady's helped us realize that, and have a great Friday.
Thank you, Matt. That was perfect. I'll give you a touchdown on that one. Now we have introduction of guests right now, and we have a fair number of guests this morning. So how about, Daryl, how about you introduce your guest?
Perfect. Thank you, President Mark. Pleased to have a guest with me today, Brian Fisher, President of KDM Management. Got to know Brian a little bit over the last little while, and expressed some interest in Rotary. We had a good chat this week, and he's come along for a meeting to find out a little bit more about what we're all about.
Well, wonderful. Welcome, Brian. Hopefully we don't scare you away. Daria, could you introduce your guest, please?
Yeah, we have our speaker this morning, Helen. Wave to everybody. Morning and welcome. And I think most of you know Helen, so I'll give a bit more info about Helen in a moment.
Very good. Thank you. Other guests? Andre, do you have a guest?
Oh, he's on. Okay. I was just going to pop on for you, Dad, if you want.
It's Lynn from Inclusion, Alberta.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Wayne McCutcheon, he's here from Passport Club.
Yeah, Passport.
Welcome,
Good morning,
Wayne.
everyone. Good morning.
And I see a few other names that I don't recognize. Ed Sosa.
Hi, good morning. Eduardo Sosa. I am the Director of Infrastructure Maintenance for the City of Edmonton. I am joining because I used to work for St.Albert, and I saw that Helen is going to be speaking today. I myself, I am from a Black Caribbean background, so I am super excited to hear her this morning.
Oh, wonderful.
Welcome. Welcome, Eduardo. I didn't see you there.
Hi. I recognize many of you from my time there in St. Albert. So big hug to all of you.
Thank you, Eduardo. Welcome.
And Marcus Hoople.
Hi, my name is Marcus Hoople. I'm the board chair with St. Albert Further Education. I had the opportunity to see Helen was speaking today, so I thought I would take the chance and listen in.
Wonderful. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
I think that is our guests. And for our club members, you know what that means. Please join me in the welcome song.
Welcome to Rotary, glad you are here. Come shake our hands and share a friendly cheer. Whether from near or whether from far, we're glad you're here. We hope that you will like our little song because we're proud of St. Albert and you'll agree. Our club enjoys some great camaraderie, so we do what we can to help with the needs of our community with our friends at Rotary. With our friends at Rotary.
Lovely. I'm so pleased to see that you remembered the words, Wayne. Oh, that's good. So without further ado, Daria, if you wouldn't mind introducing our guest speaker this morning.
Sounds good, Mark. Thank you. So Helen is a founder and current president of the Africans and African Descendants Friendship of St. Albert. The group was formed in 2019 to project African cultures and history to St. Albert residents and to preserve the cultural assets for their children. She will be talking to us about the Black History Month event, Taste of Africa. Welcome, Helen.
Thank you very much, Daria. I truly appreciate. I hope everyone is hearing me clearly.
It's perfect.
Good.
Awesome. Thank you. I want to say thank you to St. Albert Rotary Club for inviting me again this year. I don't know if I did so well last year, and that's the reason I'm at least being allowed to come speak. So I want to say thank you so much for this opportunity. I truly appreciate, and I want to say good morning to everyone. And just like Derry had introduced me, I am the president and founder of African and African Descendants Friendship Club of St. Albert. And a little bit about me is that I was born in the oil city of Port Harcourt. Port Harcourt is the south side of Nigeria. A mom of two lovely kids. I'm a wife. And we immigrated to Canada in February of 2010, and we came straight to St. Albert. And people are always asking me, why did you choose St. Albert of all places in Canada? It's kind of a funny story. When we're thinking about moving to Canada, we're looking for a place in Edmonton. We met a St. Albert resident online. Amongst all the people they were responding, some people would say, oh, don't come here, stuff like that. But this St. Albert resident was the one that told us about Edmonton and where to move in Edmonton. When we now decided, we met her in 2006, and when we decided to move to Canada, finally in 2010, she came to the airport to meet us with flowers and a winter coat. So you can imagine in February like this, to show up in Canada on a very cold day and you have somebody at the airport. And so she took us to her house. Then we didn't know about St. Albert, but she just took us to our house. And after staying with her for a while, we got our own place. And that's how we decided to settle in St. Albert, because we just found it was a calm, very kind community with lots of nice people. So that's how we settled in St. Albert, and we've never lived anywhere else in Canada. So when people try to compare, what is it like? I tell them that I don't really know, because I've never lived anywhere in Canada except St. Albert. So after living here now, this year it's going to be 11 years for us. If someone will ask me, what is it like to be an African in St. Albert? I would like to say that it just feels like just being like any other St. Albert resident in St. Albert. That's just how it feels for me, because I live among very kind neighbors. I work with very kind and nice people. So St. Albert is home for me, So the only time I get to remember that there's something a little bit different is when somebody asks me that, where are you from? And that's why I remember, that means I came from somewhere. That's when I remember. But generally, I feel St. Albert is home. And that's how the idea of starting an African group here in St. Albert, because if this is home for me, I'm not going anywhere. We might as well create something where we will be able to preserve our cultures, because we all came with different cultures in different countries in Africa and the Caribbean. We have different cultures. And when we stay here over time, those cultures kind of disappears. That's what I was thinking about, that if we don't look for ways to preserve those cultures, it's just going to disappear. So that's how I came about forming the African and African descent group here in St. Albert. And also we're kind of a little bit all in different places. And I had the privilege, since I work in the city, to see lots of people. And so that's how I kind of started connecting people I met at City Hall, in the library, in the malls, and just kind of say, oh, how about we come together? And since 2019, we came together. We've been able to do lots of cultural events, and the Taste of Africa is one of those events. We started last year. I wonder how many people here attended Taste of Africa last year. Yeah, it was so well attended. Our tickets were sold out. And even on the day of the event, lots of people were like asking, oh, we need tickets. I'm like, it's all sold out. So it's so obvious that people in St. Albert needed something a little bit different. And maybe if I add a little bit spicy. So Taste of Africa added that spice of culture, as something extra to what we currently have in St. Albert. And Black History Month, to us, it's a beautiful time to add that cultural asset into the events that happen in St. Albert. So the Taste of Africa, it's a variety show. So that variety show brings the different cultures in terms of storytelling, because we have folk tales that people tell in Africa, in different parts of Africa, and they're all different. Different countries and different tribes have theirs. And last year we had storytelling from Toluwa Molel. He's a well-known Alberta storyteller of African descent. We're going to be having him here this year. So we had storytelling, we had dancing, we had steel drumming from the Caribbean, and we have poetry. And a very unique part of it was the cultural fashion parade. It's not fashion as per high street fashion. It's like the ethnic clothes you're likely going to see if you go to certain events, which helps to identify people. And we're going to be coming with more content of that fashion display. And a very interesting part of the Taste of Africa is the food. Everyone who doesn't like food here likes trying something new. So we're going to be coming again with the food tasting. So the food tasting part, because of COVID, is going to be happening before the event. People are going to come drive through and pick up their package boxes of food, and so that you have it ready when the event starts, because this time we're going to be making time to talk about the history and stories around some of this food. We're going to be having food from the northern part of Africa, the west, the east, and the Caribbean. There's some very interesting stories around some of the food that we're going to be bringing for Taste of Africa this year. So what I'm here to do is to encourage you, if you've not tried, you didn't try Taste of Africa last year, to please support us this year by buying a ticket, sharing with your friends, because when you learn about other culture, it makes it easier for you to embrace other people. You understand? Because the more you know about other people, the better you can relate with them. So knowing St. Albert as the city that we are encouraged to cultivate life, for us as people of African descent, we are encouraging everyone to join us to cultivate African culture here in St. Albert through our Taste of Africa. So I want to say thank you so much again for allowing me to come address you about the Taste of Africa, celebrating Black History Month here in St. Albert. And if you follow me on Facebook, I also bring up stories that people have not read about, very important people of African descent in Canada that have done a lot of things, that have added to the content that Canada is a very multiculturally diverse country. So I encourage you to learn a little bit of Black history, because Black history is about recognizing and acknowledging the contributions of people of African descent here in Canada and in St. Albert as a whole. So thank you again for allowing me to come speak. And if you have any questions, I will try to answer them if you do have. Thank you again.
Mark, can you share some of those pictures, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
Helen, do you want to speak to where these pictures are from?
Yes, so these pictures are from the Taste of Africa last year. So if you look through some of the pictures, you see my face. I had a different cultural attire from the tribe. I'm from the Efik tribe. They later changed. So if you see, I had something on my head. They're supposed to be like bronze metal that is used to decorate the head during a traditional wedding. So, and if you look at the picture, so somebody's asking, when was the event? It was last year, February 29th. It was the last day, Saturday in February, before everything came crashing down for COVID. Yeah, so you see some of the cultural clothes people wore, and you see the steel drummers from Trinkan Steel Opera. We had steel drumming. Yeah, so
they were awesome. They were incredible.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. I love them. And so we are planning and hoping that they are able to come this year. We're working towards, because they were awesome. We love them. Yeah. Trinkan Steel Opera. It was the crowning. And here was the food tasting. Last year we had 26 different food and drink items from African and the Caribbean. They were a lot. But this year, because of COVID and because we have to pack the food, we're going to be bringing 16 different food items. 16 different, and there's some stories. I was speaking to somebody from Haiti yesterday, and they were telling me about their Jumo soup, and the story around it was just so awesome. And it's something that we're going to be sharing. Okay, this is like part of the cultural display. These are clothes from a tribe called Benin. Bini tribe in Nigeria. They wear lots of coral beads, and it's like the things that they use when there's a wedding, a ceremony. Yeah, that's Benin, and there's Delta Igbo. You see the hats that they wear. The Benin has a different kind of hat. It's crafted every time that there's a wedding or a traditional festival. And those are the kind of things that you use in identifying certain tribes in Africa. Like if you see that particular dressing, you're going to say, yes, that is somebody from Benin. And so the other lady dress is from the Igbo tribe. Yes, from Nigeria. Yeah, so this kid is dressed from clothes from Cameroon. It's a particular tribe from Cameroon. They are the ones that have those cultural clothing. So they're just unique to them. So this is a contemporary African dressing. So the top the kid is wearing is what we call Ankara. Ankara. So in different parts of Africa, people use it to sew different kinds of clothes. So this is just a contemporary, just like what I'm wearing. You just have a top and you wear jeans, you know. So
Those little ones stole the show, Helen.
I know, kids, eh? And we had lots of reviews. And so the food plate, it's a St.Albert resident sent that to me and said, oh my, she had such a review. She said she couldn't believe the kind of food she ate in one one night. And by the time you have a taste of all this, you're gonna be full. Yeah, so and we had a photo booth. So there was this set of kids. Those kids are coming back. Those kids were like very electrifying. So we had a photo booth. We had a photo booth, and some people, yeah, you see, some people just went to the photo booth to take some pictures to remember that particular event. Unfortunately, we're not doing it physically, so we'll encourage people that when you attend, take a picture. Yeah, that's yes, that's yeah, I think I remember that's Chantel's son. So we had people from different parts of the city that took those pictures, and it was kind of very, very fun evening. We had Kira will be coming this year, that sang Change Is Gonna Come. And yeah, we had, yeah, that's from Delta, different Ishekiri. We had people wearing, that's this like contemporary fashion. Yeah, where we use the Ankara fabric to sew whatever you want to make with it. So at least the kids had fun coming to display their clothes. You know, they felt like models too. So because of COVID, we're going to be just having specific tribes come talk about their clothes. There's so many cultural clothes in Africa and the Caribbean that we're going to be bringing to display. So even during the Taste of Africa, the food tasting area, you would have seen people dressed in different different cultural attire, you know. So there's going to be lots of food like we had last year, and we're so thankful for the volunteers. Yes, I saw somebody text Injira. Yes, there was Injira from Eritrea stroke Ethiopia. That's a common food. And we are also speaking with people from that part of the continent to see what they're going to be bringing this year. So it's going to be some good surprises. So this is the welcome song, the welcome dance by our kids. So somebody's asking, when is it going to happen this year? It's going to be on the 27th of February, the last Saturday in February, the 27th. That's when we're going to do the next Taste of Africa. It's going to be online. And but there's going to be a drive-through food pickup before the event. So because we had to create ways to bring the event, we had lots of reviews. Lots of people wanted to have that event again. They said, we hope this event doesn't end. And we're so thankful that this year we're so blessed to have the city of St. Albert support us with a grant. Yeah. So that's something that is making this event, because with COVID, it's a lot difficult to plan an event of this nature. But with the grant from the city of St. Albert, we are able to still hire and still bring this event to St. Albert residents. And the cost of the event is still $10. With $10, you're going to be able to have 16 different food items from Africa and the Caribbean. And you're going to be able to watch the event. So it's $10 for the live stream and the box of food. And for those that, that might not be able to drive to the beautiful city of St. Albert, you can still watch the event with $10. So if you buy a ticket with $10, and people wonder, oh, if you have a grant, why are you still selling tickets? The thing is that if people don't buy tickets, most times they don't value the event. So it's a way of making people value the event. And so we encourage everyone, go get a ticket. The tickets are on Eventbrite. I'm going to share it to Daria so that she could share it with everyone. So tickets are on Eventbrite, and we encourage people to buy your tickets early, because a few days before the event, we're going to stop selling the food tickets, because we want to know how many people they're going to be making food for. You understand? Because this is not just like people, food are going to be displayed. The foods have to be packed and ready to just give it in a socially distanced and safe way. So you just drive through, we confirm your name and just give you a box of your food, how many boxes you bought, and you're just gonna be on your way back home to keep the food warm and ready. So someone is asking, where is the food pickup? Unfortunately, we can't announce the food pickup. It's only going to be to those that buy the tickets, because if we just announce it everywhere, trust me, there are people that will just show up that day. You know what? We don't want chaos. So the food pickup is going to be to those that buy the tickets, to avoid people that without tickets, because there are people that will wait to that last day and say, oh, I forgot to buy my tickets. Is it possible for me to have the food? No, we want people to already sign up and have your tickets beforehand. And we're going to tell you where it is. It's a secret.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. So that's basically it about it. So come with a happy spirit. Come if you have an African there, because we want to, if possible, take a picture of yourself. We're going to encourage people when you come, because it's an online event, to try to participate. When it's a dance, you know what? Get moving. I know it's not going to be like last year where people were in the hall and people were dancing. Sometimes I look at those pictures and I laugh so hard, because I saw people during the interactive dance session. People were just dancing to one end of the hall and to the other end of the hall. Sometimes some people hitting people trying to be a part of the event. But we encourage people this year that when you connect, be a part of it. We're going to make it interactive so that you could be asking questions that people could respond to you, to make it a very fun community event. So in the next few weeks, we will increase publicity, because we want the whole community to come out. And with COVID is kind of feeling as if we're all restricted in our homes. You can't travel, you can't go anywhere. But the Taste of Africa is going to feel like you're traveling to Africa. Trust me. So we are going to also have armchair travel, and we're working with getting people to come to the venue, online, to tell us about certain countries you've never traveled before. And it's going to be a surprise. I don't want to tell you those countries that we're going to be traveling with, but you're going to feel, by the time you're done, you're going to feel you just traveled to somewhere in Africa and the Caribbean, and you will not feel as if you've been locked down.
So Helen, there's a question for you from Eduardo. Would there be descriptions of the food items to learn their origin and culture behind them?
Awesome. Yes, this time around, there's a segment that's going to be at the start where we will talk about the food. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Last year, there was no opportunity because immediately after the event, people just went into the food hall. It was like, oh my goodness, so many people. Some people stood for so long. I can't remember even if Mayor Kati was able to find food because the lineup was too crazy. But this time, yes, we're going to talk about the food because we find out that the food from Africa is similar to what the people in the Caribbean. So you find out that they're a little bit different, tweaked a little bit, but they are all very similar in the way we make food. So that's part of what we're going to be talking about, the history and stories behind some of the food.
Awesome.
So
any other questions for Helen?
Okay, there is
that's interesting. You know, if you wonder where you might, what I'm wearing, like it's a top. You know, there's like the African tops. It's so easy to get some of this in an African shop on 118th Ave. You could just get feel a little bit African, but you understand. And we have tailors that actually make these clothes because basically you could choose your fabric. If you go to an African store, you could just choose a fabric and they can actually make, we have, if you want to, just contact me, you can actually get a tailor to make something that just suits you, your style, fashion. Even if you want to make it into a suit, a corporate suit like what Mark is wearing, you can make anything with an African fabric just to feel, you know, just to have that groove, the African groove.
awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Kathy.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yes.
Helen, I know you're talking about Taste of Africa, but can you talk a little bit about some of the other activities the Friendship Club has done? I know we've got movies at the library this month and some of the stuff you've done with the youth.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mayor Kati, for bringing that up. So over the few months that we've started, we've had the It Takes a Village to Raise a Child event. And it has been a very good event where we mentor our kids, because you find out that some of our kids sometimes feel alone in the community because it's just like in most classes, you are the only Black kid in your class, you know. But the It Takes a Village to Raise a Child event brings children of African descent together. And we have the seniors, all the people in our community talk to them. So it makes these children feel that they have a village within the greater St.Albert community. So it's like you are a St.Albert resident, but you also have your village where you have people that look like you, that talk to you about their achievements, their success. And we're so happy that Mayor Kati, you've also been a part of our village. It Takes a Village, and you've always been coming to speak to the children. It's always so good. Mayor Kati, you've been so supportive of everything. And you, to be very candid, Mayor Kati attends all our events, and there's people like keep asking me, how do you get to have Mayor Kati come to all your events? Like,
because no one can say no to you, Helen.
Yeah.
And of course, you always have Councillor Watkins has been very supportive, and he's coming up. Yeah.
Yeah,
because he is of African descent. He has great
Yes.
stories about how his family came to Canada on the Underground Railroad to avoid slavery, hundreds of years ago. He's got great stories too.
Yeah. Yeah, so the kids, that's one thing that the first event, It Takes a Village event, that's something the kids remember, that they kept saying that we like Councillor Ray Watkins' story, that, oh, like he's a sixth generation African descent. It's like, oh my goodness, yeah. So then, so that's something that we keep wanting to do. We're going to, like this year with the COVID, we're going to try to do 2 instead of 1. Instead of 1, to increase the number of people, number of kids that we can reach, with that It Takes a Village event. And talking about other events that are happening this month for Black History Month, we are in partnership with the library. The library has Black themes movie parties. So one of them is going to be this evening. I'm going to be hosting one of them. Yeah, it's going to be a busy day for this girl. Yeah, so I'm going to be hosting that event, the first event this evening by 7 p.m. So I'm going to also share the link to that library event where it's going to be a movie, and people will be encouraged to watch and come up with your own stories, what you think about the movie. And there's going to be three through this month. It's going to be one this Friday, that's today, and another one next week, and the third one is going to be on the 26th. So we have different people from the African community that are going to be hosting this event. I tell you, the next week's Friday, or there's a kid that is coming. Let me just tell people, not everybody knows about this. There's a kid, very interesting kid, that's going to be coming on the show with Marilyn. Marilyn is a St.Albert resident. Her parents came here in this, I think in the 70s or the 50s. She's a grandmom, so she's a St.Albert resident, and she's going to be on that show with another kid. So I'm just giving you people a little bit of info. That is something that I would encourage everyone to please get your tickets from the library. I'm going to share it later with Daria so that she could share it with everyone. So just come listen. I don't know what I'm going to say, but just come and
Awesome, Helen.
Final question for Helen. Sorry, Daria.
No, it's okay. We're good. Okay. Well, Helen, I just want to thank you for coming this morning and bringing a ray of sunshine. You did very well, and you're welcome anytime.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me, and thank you also for listening. And I hope to get everyone here buy a ticket. Please buy. Yeah. So
Yes,
thank you.
Thank you very much for bringing the spice to our meeting this morning. And Helen, as a thank you for your presentation at our meeting today, we will be making a donation in your name to the Rotary International Polio Plus program, a worldwide program focused on polio eradication. We will get this certificate to you, and also we are recording this meeting, so we will send you the link so you can share that with friends and family. Thank you again.
Thank you very much. Truly appreciate this honor. Thank you. Thank you again.
So a few reports and announcements this morning. We have our beer tasting event on February 11th. Rotary International's anniversary and our fireside chat is on the 23rd. Craig, did you want to say anything about our fireside chat? Maybe invite our guests to attend?
Yeah, so just a brief overview of the fireside chat. It ties into our membership drive as advertised earlier. So it's the intent of it's not going to be a hard sell, join Rotary. It's the end of the month. Bonuses are on the line. It's more of a quick introduction of really what the club is, what we do, highlighting some of our projects, and then inviting a few members to speak as to why they joined Rotary. So we haven't done a fireside chat type event or an open house type event in some time. And really it's going to be done virtually. So the intent is to do it on the evening of the 23rd of February. If there's sufficient interest, we could potentially run a morning session as well. But the intent right now is to do an evening session, 30 to 45 minutes, sort of an open house, who we are, what we do, and why it's a great club to join.
Thanks so much, Craig. Craig, for our guest this morning, Craig is our director of our membership committee and also our president-elect. So next year. Matt, you wanted to say a few words about the beer tasting?
Yeah, thanks, Mark. So friendly reminder, the Endeavor virtual beer tasting is next Thursday night, but orders need to be placed to Endeavor by the end of day today. So what you'll do is, according to the emails that were sent, you can call Matt at Endeavor Brewery, or you can shoot him an email, let him know how many sample beer packs you want. And a sample beer pack will have 4 different beers in it. And then if you want your food appetizers from Link Sausages, let them know how many of those you would like. And when you go to pick up your food and beer next Thursday, you'll pay for everything at Endeavor. But orders got to be placed by end of day today.
Thank you, sir. Wine tasting. Kim Bagheera, would you like to speak to this one, please?
Sure, absolutely. So your wine event committee has just formalized a little bit more about the wine tasting event. Just to let you guys know, there is an impending upload to the Octria website for the auction and the wine tasting that should be live in the next week, so that you'll be able to go online and purchase your tickets. But again, to showcase it, it will be on March 12th, and it will be hosted by Kalinda and Elliot, and we're featuring some amazing wines from 2 vineyards there in BC. So these are wines that you can't just get in Alberta, and that's why it's exclusive. We only have 120 tickets. So this event is going to sell out. So make sure that you get your tickets as quickly as possible, because it's going to be first come, first serve when the spots become available. And we are still looking for auction items. We have some great items already coming into us. So thank you to all the Rotarians who have already stepped up and donated. But the rest of you, if we could all get items from an item or 2 from each of you, that would be amazing. And then buy the tickets. If you have any questions, feel free to send me an email, and we look forward to the event.
Awesome. Thank you, Kim.
Kim, just for clarification on the ticket, that's $150 per person, correct?
Yes, per person. So we are going to have some add-ons that we're going to introduce. We're just finalizing that. So you will have the chance or opportunity to upgrade. But what that ticket includes is the wine tasting experience. So it is an experience. It's going to be an hour-long type of deal where they give us tasting notes and go through the wines with Elliot and Kalinda's very special personalized touch. For the new Rotarians that don't know them, they used to be part of our Rotary Club. And so that brings an extra special touch to the whole event. And the box includes 4 wines, specially picked from 2 different vineyards, and they are Lakeside Cellars and Intersection Estate Winery. And those will be included in your experience package.
So Kim, it's
Yes.
per couple, not per person.
Per couple.
Thank you. Per couple.
Well, Leslie, it could be per person. I mean, I know some people that would drink 4 bottles of wine.
Hey, whatever floats your boat, John.
Thank you, Kim, and thank you for agreeing to head up that initiative and put up with the other alpha males in the group as you're leading that project. I know it's
all good. All good. Thanks to everybody on my committee who has rallied so quickly to get this done on short notice.
Great work. Thank you.
Yes, and as Laszlo says, it does include a tax receipt.
Thank you. Custom t-shirts. Sandra, you've been working on a project behind the scenes. Can you share, if you wouldn't mind, please?
Sure. So we've had a request for some clothing. So we are going to be doing some custom t-shirts, a new design. The quality will be the same one as we did for Ribfest. So it'll be the dark navy blue. It's a really nice jersey t-shirt. It'll have the St. Albert Club logo on the front, left chest, small logo on the front. And on the back, it'll have a big rotary wheel that'll say Rotarian making a difference. So it's a great kind of promotional t-shirt that you can wear when we're out there in the community doing events. As well. Oh, and the pricing on that, we got the artwork yesterday, but we're doing a little bit of tweaking. So as soon as that tweak comes in, I'll send that out with details on how to order it. And the pricing was going to vary. It could be as cheap as $18, depending on how many we order. If we only get 10 requests, then it's going to be a little bit more. So we are hoping that lots of people are interested. We've also had a request for the golf shirts again. And so he does have those available to us. If you're not familiar with those, it was a Storm Tech golf shirt. They came in men's and ladies sizes, and it had the St. Albert Club logo on the front as well. And the pricing is going to be the same as we did last time. It's $45 for the whole the golf shirts. And so hopefully I'll have something out to you today once the logo tweak comes back to us.
Sandra, can I ask, where are the shirts coming from?
Anything branded.
Okay. There's a local company that builds t-shirts and hoodies and golf shirts and stuff. Feel free to reach out to Twig and Berries. You'll probably get a little better pricing from me than you'll get anywhere else.
Okay, so I used Anything Branded because they used to, well, he is from St. Albert and the company itself used to be based in St. Albert. So this company has moved itself to Edmonton. He outgrew his space here. They used to be Amiots, but Richard is still from St. Albert. That's why we ended up using him. But yes, I'll check that out. Thanks so much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sandra, for your work on that. I'm excited. Are there other announcements? Hearing none. Next week, our guest speakers are the Music Festival Society Board. I understand they're doing a male quartet singing. I'm kidding. But more details on that to come, unless there's somebody with us this morning who would like to speak to that. Nope, all good. This is February is Rotary International Peace and Conflict Prevention Resolution Month. Imagine all the people living life in peace, quoting John Lennon. I know you're excited. It's birthdays and anniversaries times, and we have Natalia with us this morning. Natalia?
Okay, so there's a few of the birthdays and anniversaries. So we have Dave Linklater, his birthday is on February the 5th, and Lynn King on February the 6th, and we have the spouse's birthday. So we have McCurdy Grant, February the 8th, Tina Banchensky, February the 10th, and Wendy McRae on February 10th. And we also have Ash Khan from the Rotary Club member. He's been for the Rotary for 55 years on February 11th. Congratulations.
That's a wedding anniversary.
Yeah, wedding anniversary, I think.
Yes. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Natalia. And congratulations to all. It is that time. Sergeants at Arms and Natalia. John and Mark?
Well, not Mark. He decided to piss off and go skiing, so we can find him for that next week. Yeah, he messaged me this morning that he'd rather go skiing than hang out with us. So yeah, I'll find him later. Why don't we start with the Chase the Ace? We're well over $800, I believe, for the winner. We've got 27 players here this week, so it's getting bigger every week. Natalia, can you pick a number between 1 and 27, please?
20.
20. Daryl Baker. Yeah, I can hear you. Thank you. I've got the peanut gallery here whispering in my ear. Okay, Daryl, can you please let the peanut gallery know when she should stop picking a card?
Right now.
Just one.
Oh, look at that.
Awesome. That's a good start to it.
Nice. Hey.
Oh, that is awesome. So we'll add up and just make sure we have the right numbers for you. But yeah, congratulations, Daryl. Fantastic.
Thanks. I just know there's a whole lot of people that don't like me all of a sudden, but it'll improve over time.
I like you a lot. Can I get a loan?
Thanks,
That is awesome. We'll give you your money when COVID is over and we're allowed to see each other in person again.
That seems fair, John. That seems fair.
Yeah. All right. So that's the end of that deck of cards. Fantastic. New game starting next week. I have no idea what it is because I wasn't thinking you were going to win this week. So thanks for creating work for me. That'll be an about $800 fine, just letting you know. Okay, let's start with some happy bucks. I know there's some happy people out there. Or not. You have to unmute yourselves if you're happy.
I think Daryl's happy.
I think that's probably fair. There's probably a little bit of money coming back to the club from the win, so that's a fair comment.
And Brian wants his cut.
Okay, so
I noticed that. I'm gonna have to do a better job of picking my guests. Okay.
Is anyone else happy today? You don't have to be as happy as Daryl, but just something good happening in your life. Wow, what a miserable bunch of Rotarians. Wow.
Their arm up.
Hey, John, I've got some happy
Jerry.
bucks.
All right, I knew you would be happy. Thank you, Jerry.
I had a lovely surprise visit from our previous exchange student, Jasmine Newton, yesterday, came to my house with a gift for me. And it was a pair of earrings that were rotary wheels and a beautiful card and note, just because she loves me. And she also told me that she has applied for 2 universities. One is Simon Fraser and the other is Victoria. So we're waiting on that. And her dad is going to be 50 years old. I guess they're having some kind of crazy birthday online thing for him next week. So there's $5 for me.
Wonderful. Let's see the earrings. I'm assuming you're wearing them.
I am not.
So that makes
carry on. I'll go get them.
I was going to fine her for that. So anyone else happy today before we move on to actual fines?
I'll throw some happy bucks in for Maddie. She sent me a picture of her and her dad getting their vaccinations in Belgium this week.
Fantastic.
But to tell you, you know, we hear all these things on the news. They're in Belgium, which, you know, where all that stuff comes from. And her dad's the director of the hospital. They just got theirs. And they are short in Belgium, just like everywhere else. So
yeah,
it's hot out there.
There's my earrings.
Ooh, wonderful.
Those are beautiful.
I was going to fine you, Jerry, for not wearing them.
Yeah, well, go ahead.
Hey, John.
Yes.
I'll give $5 for Sharon for putting up with me for so long. And also on the 11th, which is our anniversary, we also get our second Pfizer shot.
Fantastic. Good for you. We're glad you're staying safe. Is anyone else happy? Because I got a long list of fines here today, so I can definitely fill the time.
I'd like to know if Ash has played any golf.
Just puttered around the house.
Ash, are you golfing?
Absolutely not, or pickleball, or anything outside. Just staying inside till the 11th.
Yeah, good for them.
Okay, well, that sounds like not happy bucks, but I'm going to charge Doug for that one. So, because I already got Ash. Okay, well, I'm going to jump into fines then. because we've got a few here. Starting with my no camera people. Well, Andres is on now, but it wasn't on for the whole session. So Andre, you're on that list. Zach, you're on that list. Dave Pickering, you're on that list. And Ed Hunt, you're on that list. I had some other people, but they eventually did turn theirs on. So I'll hit all of you guys. Charlie, can you please explain why I'm fining Myron for the prize he got?
Does it know?
Charlie, are you there?
Yeah, I was just checking my dog. Go ahead.
Could you please explain why I'm about to fine Myron for his prize that he got fishing?
The Nobel Prize?
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's fairly simple. Apparently, there's a little bell on the fish line, and if it tinkles in that, then there's a fish on the hook. And in Byron's case, there was no tinkling in that, so I gave him the Nobel Prize.
Now, Charlie, don't go anywhere because I'm also going to fine you for telling that joke twice in our breakout session. So
I'll just add it on.
Yeah. Emery, there was a big draw at the Oilers game on Wednesday night.
Uh-oh.
And I saw on the TV that your name came up as a winner.
He did, indeed.
Yeah, he won.
Not the big one.
Would you shush?
Well, with all the phone calls and stuff, it seemed like it was the big one. So
How much was it?
it was a $250 gift card from Save on Foods, but I was in the loo and got a phone call and was getting FaceTimes, and people from high school were messaging me, and I'm like, what? I mean, it's great I won $250 at Save-Ons, but you know, it seemed like I won $1 million with all the people reaching out. But yeah, shop at Save-Ons during a hockey game and you'll be a winner.
So I was going to fine you for winning the $250 from Save on Foods at the Oilers game, but I think instead I'm going to fine you for FaceTiming with people in the bathroom. That just seems like it needs to be fined.
Yep.
I don't know if Adrian is on the call today, but he sent me his fine for last week, which is great. But he also preemptively sent me money for this week. So, Adrian, I'm fining you that $5 just for having a guilty conscience. I'm not sure what's going on in your world, but obviously you feel the need to be fined. Jason, I am fining you for distracting Kathy while feeding your daughter during the Rotary. I couldn't hear part of Helen's presentation because I had this creature giggling in my ear. And then my final individual fine goes out for that all the way through trying to do the sergeant presentation, you've been yattering away in my ear. So that's $5 to you.
Live with it.
Popped a couple of my jokes. It was horrible. Now, I have an integrity fine here. And this goes out to a whole bunch of the club. During O Canada, did you sing? If you didn't actually sing out loud, then I want a couple of bucks from you. Obviously, we can't hold you to it because we don't know if you've been singing, except for Charlie, because he didn't mute his microphone. But the rest of you, if you didn't actually sing, send me a couple of bucks. I can see Jackie Hansen nodding. Jen McCurdy was nodding. I'm sure Anita was singing, but the rest of you...
pulled a Milli Vanilli, John.
You pulled a Milli Vanilli. Okay, well, don't be cruel.
I always
but
sing.
pay
I
a fine.
love that song.
Yeah.
I think we should fine Emery if you can't tell us who Milli Vanilli is.
Why me? What about someone else?
If you find Emery, you have to find me too. Let's not.
Okay. Can either of you tell us who Milli Vanilli was?
That's ageism.
I can tell you.
Ageism. Is that a new word?
It's not new. Yeah, okay. So Laura, because I've already got Emery on the fine list, Laura, if you don't know who Milli Vanilli is, you can send a couple bucks too. President Mark, if there's no fines from the floor, I'm done. So do we have any fines from the floor?
Oh, Kim's got one.
Yeah,
Oh,
I have
good.
a fine. So I had a wine event meeting on Monday night, and Robert Gallant was supposed to attend. So when he didn't show up and we texted him to see where he was, we didn't get any response. And then in the morning, he said, "Oh, I set up my Zoom meeting on the couch," and then proceeded to fall asleep through the whole meeting. So I didn't even start talking, and I already put him to sleep. So that's a fine.
That works for me. Okay, so President Mark, with that, I'm at 5% battery on my iPad. And, oh, actually, sorry, I do have one last thing. I have some happy bucks. I needed a new laptop this week. And my lazy self didn't want to get in the car and actually drive to Staples to see if they had what I wanted in stock, because their website wasn't updating for me. So I texted Doug Webster. He got back to me right away. They didn't have what I wanted, but he ordered it in for me, and I'll be picking it up today, I hope. So 5 happy bucks for the amazing service, and thank you, Doug, for being on duty late at night.
Yes,
and then texting me back at 4:30 in the morning. But yeah, Doug, I appreciate it, and thank you so much. So with that, President Mark, I am done.
Awesome. Thank you. John, your battery might be at 5%, but your presentation is 100%. So thank you for that. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on social media. Might be news for some of you, but we are on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram. And there's always new content there. Like and share. And these meetings are on YouTube. Thank you to all of you, but particularly Helen for her presentation this morning, to Matt Carter for his inspirational moments, to Natalia for birthdays and anniversaries, to John and Natalia. Way to go, Daryl, for winning the big pot. And remember, if you need support, don't hesitate to reach out to your fellow club members for yourself or someone else. Lynn King is our caring coordinator. She's there for you. We have lots of online resources, and it's okay not to be okay. So please join with me for the 4-way test of the things we think, say, and do. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships?
Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Will it be fun?
Will it be fun?
Thank you, everyone. Have a great Friday. Excellent weekend. Stay warm and stay safe.
Thank you,
Bye,
everyone.
everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye,
everyone.
Bye now.
Bye. See you, Anita.
Yeah, we're going to be 80 degrees today. It's going to be warm, folks.
Oh, be quiet
Oh,
now.
yeah. It's going to be minus.
Blah, blah, blah.
So now we'll leave the meeting.
It's going to be minus 80 here.
Anita, did you guys get your vaccines?
Pardon?
Did you get your vaccines like Ash?
Yes, yeah. Got the first one. Second one is the 21st. Yeah, easy peasy.
Way to go.
Yeah, we're good.
Well, we got winter covered for you, Anita. Don't worry about it.
Good. I'm glad somebody's enjoying it. That covers the world. Thank you.
That deserves a retroactive fine.
Yeah, I
think so. You're right, Alan.
Yeah, we're going to get you next time, Anita.
Okay. I'm here.
Bye.
I'm not going
Bye.
anywhere. We can't go to her house. So anyway, see you later. Bye.
Bye, everyone.